United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call vote, Alderman Cossini. Here. Alderman Franklin.
Here.
Alderman Smith.
Other priorities. Okay, approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I second it.
Motion made, they all in favor?
Aye.
Vote. Okay, appointment of Ward One replacement road agent. Would you please step up and take the oath of office? Oh, wait a minute, I'm nominating road agent. I'd like a motion to accept that.
I'll make a motion to accept.
I second it.
Motion made, they all in favor?
Aye.
Vote. And we can step up and take the oath of office.
Range, I guess we try to look at the camera. We'll hear off this. Hang on with me.
That's not official camera, they don't have to.
Okay. I, Gloria J. Bader, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Missouri, the provisions of all laws of this state affecting cities of this class, and the ordinances of the city. That I possess the qualifications required for such office as specified in the laws of the state of Missouri, and I will deem myself faithfully in said office. I agree with you. When we get to the sign here. This is Matt Schneider. He is our acting treasurer. He works for Michael and Associates. He's the one that prepares the treasurer's report. You should have one there in your package. So he's here to introduce himself and if you have any questions or concerns, comments, those not first.
More or less just wanted to come out and introduce myself. David said I'm the one that prepares the reports and does the bank recs each month, so just wanted to make myself known. And like I said, if you guys have any questions or if there's anything that you'd like to add to the reports, let me know and I'll do the best I can to help you guys.
Well, Georgie, our new alderwoman, and the other two, you see Alderman Franklin and Cochran. You want to explain things to them or?
Well, I don't know if there's a whole lot to explain. You know, the monthly treasury report basically just starts off with the beginning balance, records your receipts and disbursements, and it shows the beginning balance of each of the accounts. Just see the balances, for the most part, went up during the month of December. And in the receipts column, we'll report any interest that you received on any accounts, receipts, or anything like that. Budget report, just basically to show you the amount of the budget that was used in any particular month, and then the far right column will show you the percentage of the budget that has been expended today. So I guess this is through, you guys are a September year end, so this is through a quarter of the year. So I guess if anything deviates too far from the 25% that quarter, maybe something to take a little bit closer look at. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot to add.
Now, how often will we be getting these? Will it be a monthly report?
It'll be a monthly report, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I guess it says that on the top. Sorry, I'm still sleeping.
He also catches my mistakes, which I appreciate, so that helps me.
It serves as a nice, since there's not a whole lot of employees out here, you can't segregate the duties, it does serve as a nice second check to have another set of eyes going over you guys.
You got anything there?
No, he explained it well, he helps me out.
No, I'm good.
Georgie? Thank you. And that,
No problem.
Okay. Next we all got a draft of the audit in front of him, we can review it. The main thing of an audit is the back pages. That, how they found it, so we know what we should be doing different. Most of them can't be doing different, I can almost tell you what the back page is gonna read before the audit starts. They got some recommendations. I don't know, if we need changes we can make, or if there's a thing that most of them we have to do what we do. But if you got any questions on any part of it, feel free to ask.
Well, my only question was, they have a thing here about segregation of duties over our money. Now, that was the point of hiring a treasurer, right?
That would be part of it, yes.
Yeah.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I called them on this as well, because when I read this, I'm like, well, wait a minute, I don't collect the money, Annette does. She doesn't pay out any money, I do. So when I saw this, I was thinking, well, they're wrong on this, so I called them on it. And they're like, well, they want even further segregation than that. They want 2 of me and 2 of her to check each other's work. It's like, we're just not a big enough community to support,
Right.
more employees, so, and they're like, yeah, this is, for city your size, you'll see this every year.
We always have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even before that, your job and was treasurer too, Joanne
Yeah.
for years was treasurer and so if we, eliminate part of it, some of it don't go away.
And I worked on your audit in the past, when Joanne was down here, and I gave her the same, more than getting the audit.
I go in there and dig them out and they're basically the same, there's very few changes.
Yeah.
And I just don't know anything we can do on any of this. If you have anything there that, out of your office that we can change that certify anything, this?
Well, like this transactions are not recorded in enough detail. What does that mean?
Which one does?
On page 2,
I got 36, oh, I got
Let's see what kind
36.
oh, it's page 37. About down to the middle of the page.
Well, all that, is for the stuff up above it.
But I thought we split all that up for that reason.
And when I write a check, I normally don't just write the amount, if there's like subcategories, it's like, if there's a list of parts, I'll try to list, this is for a, fuel filter, this is for oil, I do try to break it up, I guess they want, I'm not sure I can ask them, this, further.
This is something here I have to get with the auditors to, how the, how you want them worded. There's no misuse of money and nothing like that. It's the way wording the stuff, the way it's being done, I assume. There's not enough detail in the financial statement. And we still, will, they'll be here next week, right?
Next week, we're gonna pass this, if because this is just a draft. Once it's passed, then I can say, okay, go ahead and print out the final.
Are the auditors coming down next week or not?
No, next week, we're gonna vote on it to accept this, and, cause I wanna give you guys a week to look at it,
But you maybe find out a little detail in there, 13,
Okay. And they might want more details. I got through this if you want to see, because they actually wrote the responses. So there's, you can keep this.
Okay.
I mean, because you mentioned wanting to make more categories or something. I mean, that's what I said we can do. See if there's anything you want to add that you think we might need.
Yeah, actually, I have a couple of them off.
Do you? All right, cool.
Any more questions?
I think that's everything I had questions on.
We, it should be able to answer these next week before.
I'll ask on this more
Yeah.
details on financials, and then I'll get with them actually tomorrow.
Well, I have one more question.
Okay.
This journal entries,
Okay.
it says here that the city council or mayor should approve the document. Aren't we already doing that?
No, we were not. What the mayor was signing was the bills. However, journal entries were never printed for him to see and, sign each month, and they're like, paying a bill and doing a journal entry, basically the same thing, because you're moving money.
Right.
So, and I'm doing this now, so each meeting I print off the journal entries, which is basically a blank page, because I don't do them. You guys tell me what to do on those, and then have him sign those off.
Okay, so paying the bills and a journal entry is two different things.
They're technically, yes, but the end result is you can move money from one account to another by doing a journal entry that would never show up on your bills. The bill list that you see where it has the checks and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, what is the nature of the journal entries?
I haven't done any, to be honest, because I'm afraid to mess up. I'm working, feel more comfortable just doing a, write a check, account withdrawal from one account to another. That way it does show up on their list of bills. So everything he's signing blank.
And typically, in accounting, journal entry is something that we do, if we record something in the wrong expense account, then your journal entry is the method to switch over to the correct account at a later date. So I don't know if that's what they're talking about, but that's in essence what journal entry is.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a bunch of those during this period that I haven't been doing. I'm not comfortable with it.
We always, when you've got different auditors, they've always done different in how they want things done. It's all basically to do with who does what and who don't, but I don't never remember seeing it pop up before journaling in all my years. I'm not saying it did, but I never remember. Of course, Joanne, I took care of it, and I didn't even know it, but I've never heard that to this time.
Right.
Of course, I never had that initial bill to it.
Well, and only mostly, like, when they closed out our books, there was like 6 pages worth of journal entries that they did to close out our book, saying, oh, well, this should have come out of this account, this needs to be moved here. And they did all that for me. So basically, I think, let the experts do the journal entries, I'll take care of the rules.
Any more questions? You may go on with that.
Yeah, I got a couple hours.
Okay, then move to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Bye.
Good night.